abreast. Well, it's a wide old track here in Brilian, and they're using every possible lane they can. Down towards turn 3. Hold your breath. Dakigan got a bit of a bobble on, but he holds it this time around. Oh dear me, 4 abreast down towards turn 12. Oh, Ayatollah, brilliantly done. Sweeps across both of Ogiwara. At the front between Ogiwara and Ayatollah. They're going to have to close down the 16 if they've got a chance of winning. Oh! Giles, and alongside me for this race and throughout the whole season, Elliot York. Elliot, what a way to start the year yesterday, and for everyone at home watching, I'm sure that if they enjoy it
taking a lap for 2 or 3 laps at a time, and that's when he reeled them in and was able to finish P4.
This is your starting grid then, Ikegami, Ogiwara and Bumprobe, your front row. And that was really the story of yesterday. 9th place, your front 3 rows, a real array of nationalities. Archie Schmidt heads up row 4, but he's got to take a long lap penalty. Keep an eye on Ayatollah, going to push right on from the middle of that 4th row. All the way down to row 7, as you can see, Minjay Hootri, bombs box, hopefully for the Thai fans too. The red flag then is clearing, and when we have lights out here in Buriram, 68 kilometres ahead of us, we are go on Sunday morning, and it was a better start than yesterday from the 14 of Ikegami. Looks like he's going to get to turn 1 first, and he does. He slots into the lead ahead of Ogiwara, yesterday's winner. Turn 2 through that kink there, and then it's a braking zone of turn 3, and I can already hear the fans cheering in front of us because Thailand leads a race in the Asia Talent Cup. Not for very long though. Bumprobe, we haven't got that big battle that we thought we'd have.
Look at the number 13, Ayatollah from P11 on the grid. He's already up to P2 and he's looking to go past Ikegami, and he does into P1. What a start. We said he had a fast couple of starts yesterday, both in the initial start and the restart, and he's in the lead by turn 4. What a start from the number 13.
In 1 lap, absolutely fantastic. He's going to have to defend very hard though. Whoa, that's close. That was Dakigan getting his nose wiped for P3. Coming back through into the lead, it's Ikegami as we're coming through.
P6 at this moment in time. You'll just see him in the group on the number 16 as they go about 5 abreast into the final corner for the first time, turn 12.
Hold your breath. Oh, the 20 of Bumprobe. He's had a brilliant first lap in the first few corners. He's had a stinker in the second half of the lap, so Bumprobe's got work to do, but he's in the lead group. Badly. Fantastic start from the Filipino rider, who's there in 2nd. Pole sitter Ikegami 3rd. Haruki Matsuyama, said to watch him. He's up there in 4th.
Apart from Ikegami being at the front again, he's exactly what the riders would have wanted. Of course, Ogiwara is now up to P2 as well. So the first little bit of drama on lap 2, it's the number 7 of Pratama, disrupting the 2 guys who had superior race pace yesterday's rhythm. But now Ogiwara on the 16 hits the front for the first time in this race into the final corner. A classic move here in Thailand, and over the line. The number 16 leads the 14, just as we saw yesterday.
In the early stages. Slipstream City through the kink at turn 2. Ayatollah comes through again. Fantastic stuff from the 13. Will he hold on? Matsuyama, the number 2, looking to try and get through. And this time, Ayatollah does hold on the exit of turn 3. Now they'll slipstream again. This is the 2nd bit of slipstream in action on this lap. The front straight's not really that long. 1 down from turn 1 to 3, and the 1 back up 3 to 4 is 3 abreast, and what a move that is. Ogiwara, defence position, he led through the speed trap as well, so good stuff, and that is a big old runoff. That is for 24 Chits Wirral Chat, so he's got work to do as well.
Good at turn 1 for the podium finisher yesterday on the 20. He's lost touch with the leaders initially. Can he get his head back down and try and bridge the gap?
But he's going to have to do it the hard way. Oh, dearie me, swapping and changing down at turn 3. That was me, maybe trying a bit too hard, really extreme inside line, and in the end he falls back into 2nd place. Ayatollah trying to slipstream away. Fastest lap of the race did go to Bumprobe. Group last time around, it was Matsuyama on a 47.1, so that's pretty nippy, and actually everyone else pretty much in the 48, so the times have fan out. 5 abreast. Well, it's a wide old track here in Buriram, and they're using every possible lane they can. Down towards turn 3. Hold your breath. Dakigan got a bit of a bobble on, but he holds it this time around, which is normally sorted out with elbows and a last lap lunge. We've got 11 laps to go. We're a third of the way through this race when they come across the line. Oh, Dakigan I was going to say, I don't think he was going to trouble any apexes there, runs it wide, but look at that, he holds on. So, important to note that, if no one's under him on the last 11th on the grid, you can't help but think he was out of position, and then he's come through to lead the race one more time.
The pace has dropped, as you said, to finisher yesterday in a Kagami, but I think everyone's just settled down. The riders who wanted to break clear know that they can't do that at this moment in time. A long way to go, 10 laps to go here in the Idemitsu Age of Talent Cup, and we've mentioned the conditions, tough conditions out there, so it's all about preserving energy as well as tyres.
Oh, and the long left of turn 10, the flick right for turn 11, then all the way down to turn 12. Bumperway right there as well, and keep an eye on Bumperway, he's been setting good lap times, and he's back in this lead group. He's just about to come through on Matsuyama. Ayatollah hits the front again. He's going to keep chopping and changing as far as the leader is concerned, but there are riders who are coming back into this
turn one, and Ikegami up in P2. So at this moment in time, with 8 laps to go, Ikegami in the better position, but in the best position he has been for a while, and with a nice little gap now, as well as the number 13 of Ayatollah.
Just seeing on our timing monitor that Chip Wirral Chat has come into the pit lane. So the wildcard Panjarek Chip Wirral Chat is out. He started 8th and he had a very solid ride yesterday until he was taken out.
Also in the 147s on the number 17 machine, just in the back of your picture there. So Cairoli has good pace as well. And such is the nature of this circuit, even if you've got a couple of tenths in time being, but Ikegami has dragged the pack back in, and is he going to make a move up the inside at turn 12? No, he thinks better of it this time around, and Ogiwara on the 16 has shadowed his way back up to P3.
Yeah. Sweeping lines, so keep an eye on that number 20. He's doing well so far. We've just ticked into half race distance. Across the line to complete another lap. Ayatollah is still leading the way. Ogiwara second, Bumperway third. Ikegami has dropped back to 5th place now, the number 14, and he's coming under attack from Matsuyama. Absolutely like a missile down this straight here to turn 3. So just keep an eye on that number 20 and whether or not he's going to be able to make moves. I think he's a bit too far back now unless he comes to the inside, but he's got Dakigan, who's a little bit out of shape, making it 2 in 1. Oh, front end cries, but doesn't cry too much. He gets
his Honda up the inside, so that cost Ogiwara a bit of time and a place, of course, but firing back up the straight through turn 4. The gap that had bridged for Ayatollah up the front is now broken once again, and Dakigan up the inside, so the race leaders change, keeping for the first time in a good handful of laps.
Into the front. Funny that they're making the moves as 2/3 race distance comes into the horizon. Oh dear me, 4 abreast down towards turn 12. Oh, Ayatollah, brilliantly done, sweeps across both of Ogiwara.
And then it was even more bad news for Ikegami, podium finish yesterday behind you, but Ayatollah down into the final corner, maybe a bit of a mirror to what we see in the final stages, but he's going to lose P1, you feel, as they go 5, 6 abreast down into turn 3. Ikegami late on the brakes, Ayatollah into second, and Dakigan once again for the second time in the Ogiwara time up the inside, the number 22. Good move once again.
Ikegami came from P3 to P1 then. Look at Ayatollah, what? He does not want to be looking at any.
He's not got a great run through turn 11 though, the fast sweeping kink down into turn 12. Ayatollah at the inside, but it is Ogiwara who comes through to lead the race, and Dakigan just loses time there, just got shoved a little bit wide by the number 13. It's getting aggressive now. Kiko, 4 laps to go.
And that is the 21 of Idaka who's come through. Where on earth has Shingo Idaka come from? That was 9th on the grid on the 3rd row, and he's now looking at a podium. But look who's hit the front, it's Ayatollah again, and Ogiwara, yesterday's race winner. There's a reason why he won't have a go at the lead if he's close enough. Down towards turn 12, does he let the brakes off on his fellow countryman? Not this time. Ayatollah strong again. Ikegami trying to come through on Idaka. That's for P4. We're coming across the line, 3 laps to go.
Yeah, tell you what, I think Ikegami can see Ogiwara just starting to get into a rhythm. He knows that he's got to bridge that gap, get past the 2 riders in front of him and try and go with Ogiwara, because he's settling into a nice rhythm now. He wasn't as quick on that.
So keep an eye on the 30. He's closing it up. Oh, he has a look and thinks better of it.
Cancel out the slipstream that is ferocious here in Thailand, and Ikegami, of course, still has Ayatollah and Matsuyama to deal with down at the final corner. The number 13 sweeps on through, chops the nose of the number 14, and he's back up into P2. A great move down into turn 12.
Ayatollah's going to need a decision, I think, there on the half of Badley there. Oh, maybe not, because Ikegami has come through too. Now, there's a reason why Ikegami and Ogiwara were the 1st and 2nd, but preferably not his, because that's why he comes down on the 4th row anyway. So Ayatollah, it's half a second at the front between Ogiwara Ogiwara and Ayatollah. They're going to have to close down the 16 if they've got a chance of winning. Oh, and that's no chance of winning for Badly Ayatollah. Oh, well, he had such a good race. Holt at turn 1 on the penultimate lap. Well, he came through from 11th. He led on the first lap. He could have parked it from then on in if he really had to. He'd already had such a good race, but that was not deserved.
Race, let's get another replay of what happened just at the front of your picture. Yeah, the front end just says, no, thank you. I don't fancy this no more. And unfortunately, that is the number 13's race over.
An absolute shame for the 13.
Yeah, that is a real shame. Down at turn 1. Turn 3 is a move coming here in the podium fight. Ogiwara hasn't got as much time as he thought he did. And Ikegami, is he going to make a move at the inside? Not quite this time around. Matsuyama thinks better of it, but they're all close together now. They're closer than they were at the start of the lap. Now it's the run up to turn 4.
Let's see what Ikegami can do. Of course, he was robbed yesterday, having done so much of the donkey work. Ogiwara, well, wouldn't want to happen this. And Haruki Matsuyama has never won a race in the ATC. He only started yesterday, but it's all coming down to turn 12 now. 3 abreast. Ogiwara, super defensive, just like yesterday. Does this cost him time this time? No, it doesn't. I think he's just going to hold on. Yes, he does. Ryota Ogiwara doubles up at the destination of speed.
Javu here, the destination of speed on Sunday morning. Ogiwara going ultra defensive down into turn 12, getting it stopped on the anchors and not allowing Ikegami. 6 up from the Japanese trio.
We got to the top 7. Tanachat Pratam Tong was 8th place. Sartak Chavan Tala. You'd have thought that if he was right there on that last lap, he'd have had no qualms about throwing it up the inside. Race 2 in the Asia Talent Cup. Another thriller, as I'm sure you'd come to expect. Because we saw Dakigan shaking his head on the exit of turn 12. On our timing monitor, it's still Cairoli there in 6th place. Pratam Tong